Welcome to the Ajax training video. The purpose of this video is to explain how to use the Ajax Lathe, which is an engine lathe. It operates very similarly in principle to the other lathes we have in the shop. There are, however, some differences. Probably first and most obviously, you'll notice that there is no DRO on the machine. So you have to control all of your axis motions through the use of the vernier dials. It's important to note that the x-axis reads on the radius and not on the diameter. Additionally, there is no electronic speed control on this machine. So to adjust your spindle speed, you need to manually change the gearing on the machine. Additionally, beyond that, you need to adjust the feed direction, the speeds, and the direction while the machine is off. Finally, the power control does not have a mechanical safety switch in the neutral position. So when you're turning the machine on, you need to be very careful that you are not switching between forward and reverse quickly. The Ajax Lathe's spindle speed controls are located on the headstock of the machine. There are two components, one that has letters labeled A, B, and C, one with a speed chart. We'll call that the numbered control. So to adjust to the proper speed, look on your speed chart, find your desired RPM. In this case, we're going to select 326. Move over to the lettered control. This controls which row you'll be in. So I move it to position A, and then you can adjust to the other control to which number you want. Make sure you're adjusting the chuck, rotating the chuck while moving into position. You'll also find on the headstock the thread and feed direction control. Remember to only adjust this control while the machine is off, and you can adjust it by simply switching the knob between the forward and the reverse position. The Ajax Lathe's power feed controls are located on the lower part of the headstock. Adjust the feed speed using the tumbler right here. First, you need to disengage the auto feed controls. Then you can rotate the outer dial to the desired position between 1 and 10. Then, whilst trying to spin the chuck, adjust the inner dial to the corresponding letter. Now I'm going to demonstrate that the Ajax Lathe x-axis vernier dial reads the radius of the cut. So if I move the dial from 0 to 20 thou, you can look at the dial indicator and see that I've also moved 20 thou. Now, if I reverse direction, moving the opposite direction from which I zeroed, you'll see that I'm rotating the dial before the dial indicator moves. That's important to note. There is backlash in the gear, so there is additional space which you have to rotate before the gears fully engage. This is very important when you're making a cut, that you always cut into the workpiece in the same direction on the axis that you set your zero, otherwise accuracy may be compromised. The Ajax power control is located near the headstock. Again, remember there is no mechanical neutral position, so you need to be very careful whenever you're engaging it. To turn the spindle on in the counterclockwise direction, which we consider forward, move the handle down with a firm hand. The spindle turns on. To turn the spindle off, raise with a firm hand the power control until the spindle stops moving. Be careful that you do not raise too far up into the reverse direction and engage the spindle in the clockwise direction, which we consider reverse.